Hi, Mrs. Product Reviews here. Today I'm going to be doing a review of the Radiance Spin Care System. It's a product by Duvolle. They have a lot of hair care and skincare products on their website, but I've received this and I wanted to let you know a little bit about it. So we're going to go do an unboxing here. We've got a little bit of information, and just because this is what I do, I kind of look at it. All right, pretty basic, telling you what it's used for, what each item is. I've noticed that the two brushes, they have a slightly different color and they're represented here moderately well. And when I feel the lighter colored one, which is called the exfoliation brush, it is stiffer, which is consistent with what you'd expect with an exfoliation brush. The cleansing brush is really very, very smooth, very soft, which is very good. You wouldn't want something you use more frequently to be rough. And of course, the pumice stone and the body brush. And that is extremely useful for certain rough skin conditions. I'll talk about that later. So overall, this feels very solid, feels good in the hand. It's got a silicone grip. I don't think it's waterproof, but I do believe it's probably water resistant. I wouldn't go dropping it in your tub. But this is going to be very good for just normal use, because you know water occasionally drips here and there. Just wipe it off and you should be good. So this just feels solid, it feels good to use. So the body brush is quite stiff and much larger because you have larger surfaces on your body. This would be good for body polishing. You could conceivably combine it with grains or some kind of a chemical exfoliating mask that you may have put on your body, and then adding a little water, go ahead and take it off. What this is extremely useful for is those rough body bumps that you can get on your arms and in the backs of your thighs. They're called keratosis pilaris. Your dermatologist or skincare person is probably, if you've sought out help, has probably given you an exfoliating cream, something with salicylic acid, glycolic acid, and that ultimately smooths down the hyperkeratosis that builds up around the edges of the follicle, which is like these little volcanoes of rough, dry skin. And that's kind of what they are. This would be very good for that. So I recommend this, especially if you have that, but even if you don't. And the pumice stone. Now in looking at this, the pumice stone, it's got very, very soft, fine pores. It's not particularly aggressive. So if you have, like I have, I've inherited a genetic propensity for calloused feet, and they build up. So for me, this would not be aggressive enough. But if I were to soak my feet in warm soapy water and add in a handful of basic aspirin, which is salicylic acid, let it dissolve in my foot bath, soak for about 30 minutes, and then take this to the bottom of my feet. This would conceivably be enough. And for the rest of you who have those very soft, delicate feet that just need a little bit of maintenance, this will be very good. This will be perfect. It won't be too rough on you at all. And then according to this is the exfoliation brush. and I can see and I can feel that it's a little firmer. This will be very good for surface exfoliation. I probably wouldn't recommend it more than twice a week, maybe less, depending on your skin, especially if you're going to use it in tandem with the cleansing brush, just because you can take off more than just the surface dry skin, which is the goal. You want to keep everything polished, but you don't want to over dry your skin, and you don't want to irritate it, because the irritation can set up a cascading effect of more irritation. Your surface dead skin cells, you need some of them. They waterproof you. They also protect you and keep hydration. You need some. You don't want to take all of it off. And this would be used very nicely with the cleansing brush. And I could see if I was using a cleansing oil or a sudsing cleansing gel, this would be very, very nice. It's very soft. And with the motorized, it actually increases. And it feels lovely. But I would be hesitant to use this every single day, except on the thickest, youngest skins. But this is a tremendous aid for polishing the skin, providing that you don't overuse it and you combine it with the best products. Now, as you guys know, I am an esthetician. And professionally, we have some version of this within our skincare equipment, our devices in the facial clinic setting. And one of the things that I really want to emphasize is for home use, many people do not think of sanitation enough. Because yes, you can wash these with soap and water and let them air dry, and that's good. But if you're going to be using these frequently, there is still going to be some skin cells, which are protein, that is going to remain here, especially in the pumice. That is so much porosity. The chances of having dead foot skin and fungus and bacteria hang around by accident is very, very likely. So I'm going to talk a little bit about sanitation. So this is barbicide, otherwise known as quats or quaternary ammonium compound in the industry. And this is that blue water that you will see that your hairdresser soaks his or her combs and brushes in, because it's really effective. It's actually recommended because it kills HIV-1, hepatitis B and C. It also is very effective against, let me see here, it's got a list of them. Yeah, here we go. It is very effective against the Pseudomonas, Salmonella, Staph aureus, including MRSA, methicillin-resistant Staph aureus. It's herpes simplex virus, type 1 and 2, the HIV, of course, and it's going to keep this really clean. But this bottle will last you a really long time. So it recommends 2 ounces for a gallon. We don't use that. So I've got 3 cups of water that I put in here, because this is where I'm going to be storing for sanitizing my products. And all you're going to need for about 3 cups is less than an ounce. And so I have this. Can you see the numbers here? There we go. So it's fluid ounce. You need about roughly half a fluid ounce. And if you don't happen to have a cute little beaker like this, just a tablespoon. It's going to be the same measurement. Just fill it to the rim. And there you have it. That would be the concentration. And you're going to want to change this probably, if you use your system on a regular basis, you're probably going to want to change that once every week. And all you have to do is 10 minutes of your brushes and your pumice stone in this water, in your sanitation. You just need it for 10 minutes, and then you can let it air dry. You could put it back in here or wherever for storage. But as you're using it, this will allow you to use this to the best without any problems. So I really like this product. I like the way it feels. I like the way it functions. It's easy to maintain. It's easy to keep clean. I'm just really happy with it. So now Duvolle, they retail this for $95, this whole system, but they provided us with a discount code. You'll see that in the video description below. And it's a 70% off discount code. So the price of $95 goes down to $28.50, which is a very good price point for this product. So as always, if you like this video, you like the information we're providing in the reviews, just remember, like, comment, and subscribe.